Kate from Blackbird Blessings, here to give you your astrological forecast for March 20th through the 26th. We are here to say goodbye to Pisces season. Pisces season, it has been emotional, it's been transformational, but it is time for you to go. And it has been you, not me. Just to put it out there, right? No shade from my Pisces people, love you all. It's just, wow, this season brings so many emotions and really a lot of introspection, right? We are switching from Pisces, and the sun is moving into the fiery sign of Aries. Yes, I'm super excited. This is my favorite time of the year. I'm an Aries rising, which is really what gives me my enthusiasm and my endless energy. So I am feeling this. I'm very excited. All right, so let's get into this. We are in the astrological new year. We are starting over again. It's wonderful. It is a time for new beginnings, new adventures, and a newfound energy. All right, we have been in the winter, in our cocoons, right? In our time of planning and introspection, right? And now we are like butterflies coming out and ready for the spring, right? The sun is staying out longer. I am absolutely loving that. It's wonderful. Things are going to start to warm up. We already have some flowers starting to pop out of the lawn, you know, the little purple ones. I love it. It's so wonderful, right? And I know that we are just all ready for some springtime energy, and the Aries is going to bring that wonderful energy we are needing. Okay, we have some amazing energy this week. So if you want to picture what this energy is going to be like, it's kind of like, you know, the last day of school energy where we've been building and the anticipation is here, and all of a sudden Monday when the sun goes into Aries, we're like flinging open the doors and everyone's rushing outside ready for something new, ready for sun, ready for something awesome. And that's what we have. Monday, not only is the sun moving into Aries, but it is the spring equinox, right? It is that perfect balance of the dark and the light. And it is a time for us to look at into what we've been working on this last lunar cycle, right? What have we been what have we been moving forward towards? What have we been balancing, right? The word balance is such an active verb. It's not passive. It's not something that just happens to us, right? You've been working on it. So think about, where are those areas that you're like, you know what? I am now more balanced because of all of the time and the energy and the effort that I have been putting in. So it's a really great time on Monday to stop and be like, you know what? I'm doing awesome with this, right? And celebrate it. Even if it's just something little, to celebrate what is balanced in your life right now. Okay, Tuesday, we have a new moon in Aries. New moons, they are completely void of light, all right? So it's like a dark sky. It is waiting to just be filled with new intentions, new adventures, and for inviting awesome things into our life, right? The full moon, we're like shedding all the junk and all the dead weight that no longer serves us, right? But that new moon, to invite new things in. So maybe you have like a ritual or something that you do, maybe journaling, where you're gonna be like, all right, this is what I wanna work on. This is what I'm inviting into my life. This is what I'm manifesting, whatever words you use, right, into your life. But that is the day. Tuesday is the day to do that. All right. So one of the things that kind of like stood out to me was that like during like this void moon is completely dark. But as a newish sort of gardener, I learned last year that the seedlings actually sprout in the darkness and not actually in the bright sun. And I thought that was like such a beautiful word picture for what we are doing with this new moon. Like, what are we planting in our lives? Where are we casting our seeds, right? We are like little seedlings just beginning new awesome things, and we're ready to peek our heads out and just start and go and grow. So this is the beginning of that growth time for us. All right, so we have so much fire in the sky right now, and this Aries fire is here to light like the proverbial fire under our bums, give us some energy and get us moving. Okay, so having a physical outlet for all of this fire in the sky would be really helpful, right? It is not time to sit on the couch and watch all of this wonderfulness pass us by. Go for a run, go for a walk, join a Zumba class, you know, something to get yourself physically moving, so that way you're able to match that inner physical, that inner energy. Aries loves new things. It's the first sign of the zodiac, so it's all about new beginnings, new things, but you want to watch out for the low vibe of this as well. This could be a little bit aggressive, little in your face, and a little bit impulsive. So how can we plan for this, right? So think about, where is your impulsive nature? Is it with your words? Is it with your actions or something like that? Maybe you just need to do something simple like disable the Amazon app, right, for a couple of days. So, ask yourself, do you really need the heart-shaped waffle maker? Maybe you do. But, impulsive buying, impulsive, things that are coming out of your mouth, you just want to watch for that. This week, we have the moon, Jupiter, Mercury, and the sun all in Aries. That is a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire. And this energy means we are going to have a very hard time filtering what we say. So if you have fire in your big three, so if you are an Aries, Sag, or Leo, you're going to be feeling this the most. Or if you're heavy with that in the rest of your chart, you're going to be feeling this absolutely. So make sure to pay attention to your tact, right, and how you say things. And a good thing to remind yourself is, although it may be true, maybe you don't need to say it. I'll let that sink in for a minute. Right? So try not to let your mouth get you fired or like in any terrible trouble or situations. Think about what you say, because sometimes, we have trouble with that. I know I do. So I'm working on it, right? But we have a Taurus moon on Thursday and Friday, which is going to be a wonderful and welcome grounding presence for us. It's going to give us some steady emotions and some patience, which is a very needed break from the emotional train wreck of last week. You feeling that, right? So with Venus also in Taurus, it is a great time to plan some special events or some time with that loved one or some really close friends. Okay. Oh my gosh, we got a really big transit this week. It's really exciting. So we have Pluto, which is the planet of transformation. And we're not talking about like transformation, like, going from the caterpillar to the butterfly or anything like that. We are talking about like, we're sizing this up and we don't like what we see. So we're burning down the city and we're not looking back until we're ready to rebuild. It's kind of that energy. On the positive side, it might be like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So if you're having like these like major shakeups in your foundation, tower card energy, right? It is that building back up of those structures in a way that better supports you moving forward in your life. But this is also because it's an outer planet, is affecting us collectively. Pluto stays in a sign for like a wicked long time. So it's not just like, it's a change for like this week, or like you have to be worried about like your structures crumbling this week or anything. It's more of like the bigger structures in our life, right? So the last time, so Pluto is moving in from Capricorn, very structured and organized and everything, to Aquarius. All right. The last time, 240 something years ago, right, that it was in the sign of Aquarius, we got the French Revolution, right? Talk about like down with the monarchy and like breaking down structures. And it's really that like the collective rooting for the underdog and the people that are like kind of like marginalized and on the edges that weren't getting what they needed, and being able to like rebuild it into something like so much better for people. We also had the Industrial Revolution, and the stuff that changed is way too long for me to talk about in this video. That would be like a podcast or like a series of podcasts, which I would love to do, but not today. So that's the kind of energy that Pluto in Aquarius is bringing. So how can we take that in the bigness of the collective, right, and into like our own life? It's really a time to like kind of step back and like look at how the life is like around you and stuff, and try to figure out like what type of shakeups as a society do we really need to move forward? Like what is that next iteration of like where are we going collectively? And it does kind of feel like we are on the verge of something big, right? So, figuring out where you fit into all of that. Okay. So like I said, this is like a long-term generational thing rather than like this week you have to figure that out, right? Okay, Saturday, Mars is entering Cancer. So we are motivated by domestic pursuits, emotions, and things. If you know somebody in your life that is in need of emotional support, this is your time to go and really put yourself out there to be helpful, be the hugger, be that emotional support for people, right? Cancers, Pisces and stuff, you totally feel me on this. You're like, oh yeah, I got you. However, there are plenty of people that are like, ew, emotions, I don't do that. Right, Capricorns? I see you, absolutely. But there are ways that you can be that emotional support for people in your own special way, right? So if you see somebody that is struggling and they're like overwhelmed, go over and help them organize their pantry, right? Help them maybe plan out their next monthly budget or something, right? Go and be supportive, but be you in doing it, right? So wherever your strengths are, go with that and be that super amazing helper that you can be. I love that. All right. And so we also have Saturday and Sunday. The moon is moving into Gemini, which is awesome. We are feeling physical and mental energy. We are witty. We are sharp. We are like able to like say stuff that is like not going to get us fired, which is really nice. And people with this in their charts, right? Sun and Aries, Gemini, moon, you are basically the kings of trivia, right? So you go out and you're like, yes, I've got this. Oh, I know that. I know these weird things, but here, it matters, right? So plan some time to go out this weekend with your friends, maybe wow them with your knowledge of like French cheese or Mongolian war tactics or something awesome, right? Whatever your thing is, go out and make it shine this weekend. I hope this was helpful for you all. If you want to know how these transits affect you personally, get in touch with me through the website. And until next week, be well and follow the stars.